of Saratoga Springs, a few furlongs from the entrance gate off Union Avenue at historic Saratoga Racecourse. Congress Park, pastoral views, ponds, ducks, green grass. Not a bad way to spend a Tuesday afternoon with a cup of iced coffee and a fresh set of past performances. We've got wildlife, we've got horses, and we have got Richard Migliore and Jason Blewett with all of you on this Thursday edition of Saratoga Insider. We also had a crazy day regarding the weather, Mig. I think everything but maybe snow and sleet.
Yeah, and it seemed like we were just going to about have some hail, and who knew what was blowing in. And then it looked like it was clearing out, and it came back for round two, and we lost the steeplechase race. But, boy, I really like the opening with Congress Park, and it's right in the heart, the center of Saratoga.
Right down the entrance here. I mean, right down the block, couple furlongs, yep. 267 Union Avenue, Saratoga Springs. This iconic sporting venue, in fact, the oldest venue in all of the United States, all of North America. So we're glad you're locked and loaded with us as we break from the gate, and it is all about kicking things off big. The mighty Triple Crown winner, American Pharaoh, and he was one of 8 3-year-olds entered Sunday in the $1.75 million Haskell Invitational down at Monmouth Park.
As we're watching him win the Kentucky Derby, and I think this race made him a man. He actually moved forward, I believe, off of the hard race in the Derby, 1-5 in the Haskell, and it looks like he's very deserving of that 1-5 status. I just don't see how they're going to beat him.
The thinking goes, hopefully he has an easy race. They all make it around safe and sound in one piece, and they bring him here for the Midsummer Derby towards the end of August.
I just can't imagine how great it would be for Saratoga, the Saratoga racing fans who are the best fans in the world, and for us to have that incredible racehorse on our grounds. This place will be rocking like nothing we've ever seen.
And a busy weekend on tap for Eclipse Award-winning, defending Eclipse Award-winning trainer Todd Pletcher, who himself has 31 graded stakes wins already tacked up in 2015, nearly $14 million in purse money, and it just keeps getting better for Todd. He has got horses all over the place.
And coming off a great Belmont meet where he was one short of the meet record for number of wins, and he hasn't slowed his pace down at all, and now he's unveiling 2-year-olds. Todd's got something for everybody. He's got a bunch of 3-year-olds that are going to be shopping around this weekend.
And he slowed up, though, momentarily, at least in the paddock, alongside the big before winning a couple races today. And here's what went down regarding this weekend's stakes engagements.
Todd, you've got 3-year-olds that you're basically looking for spots for. First of all, competitive edge. He's entered in the Jim Dandy. Where might he run this weekend?
That's a good question. We entered in both the Jim Dandy and the Haskell. Got to talk to the connections. You know, there's pros and cons to both spots. We know he likes Saratoga. He's 2 for 2 here. He won the Hopeful, and he trains really well. So talk to everybody after we kind of analyze both races and make a decision.
You also got Tommy Macho and Stanford. What spots might they land in?
Stanford we plan to run in the Curlin, and Tommy Macho we plan to take to the West Virginia Derby.
Keeping them separate. Will weather play a part in any of these decision processes, particularly when it comes to competitive edge?
No, I think he'd handle an off-track fine. It looks like it's going to be fast at Monmouth over the weekend, but the little bit of rain we've had here today, I think, is going to clear out, so it shouldn't be a factor.
You've got Rockfall. He's going to run in the Vanderbilt. Really impressive in the True North. You trained his sire, Speightstown. See many similarities there?
Just they're both pretty fast. Yeah, so, you know, I think they both have that ability to kind of sit in the pocket and quicken on the dirt, which is hard to do, and I think that's what makes them as effective as they are.
Rockfall's done well since he's got to Saratoga.
He loves it here. He's trained well. You know, it's a tough race. Saludos Amigos, a very good horse and a very competitive race, but we're looking forward to it.
All right, great. Good luck.
Thank you.
And that might just be the Saturday highlight in my book, the Grade 1 Alfred G. Vanderbilt Stakes, where you have Rockfall off that 110 buyer winning effort in the True North against the big beast and Salute Those Amigos.
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous race, and I really think Rockfall has already shown that he has stepped forward already, I should say, in the True North, but I think he has the ability to step forward again. And for me, he's very exciting. But Todd's right. Saludos Amigos, horses like this that are very seasoned, he's going to have to take his game up to another level. And I love the Vanderbilt just because it's named for Alfred G. Vanderbilt, a man that I had just the utmost respect for.
Gave so much to New York racing, and his legacy still felt on a daily basis, especially in Saratoga Springs. And Manny Franco will be back with us at the Old Spa this coming Wednesday, it sounds like. The great news, and it's amazing news, he bounced out of yesterday's spill, and that was as frightening as one could be in okay shape, all things considered.
Yeah, it's nothing short of miraculous that he was okay. He came out of that spill pretty much unscathed. I mean, bruised, but not broken. And just how tough are these guys? I mean, you know, it's funny. I have almost a bigger appreciation now that I'm kind of away from it and I get to watch it. I mean, these guys are really remarkable.
Well, that sets us up for Saturday being Permanently Disabled Jockeys Fund Awareness Day.
Yep.
All over the United States. We'll have the jockey autograph signing. You finish the morning line and the track program comments for the jockey foot race. Do yourself a favor, get out here Saturday and give these guys and gals a few bucks.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun and an opportunity to support men and women that give so much to this game.
All right, we love the game. We love these majestic thoroughbreds. Drama in motion when they are competing out on the track, and we'll do just that. In fact, they are off and running race number 3, sloppy main track for these New York-bred maiden special weight 2-year-olds as we send it up to the voice of Saratoga, track announcer Larry Colmus.
And Stormin' Steven follows in 4th. After that, it's Inside Straight, Go Lucky to the outside, followed by 3 Skills. Link Appleyard is about 8 lengths off the lead, and 4.5 clear of Giggy Smooth and Deary at 22. And 3 opening quarter miles. Sudden Surprise on top. And Fish Trap Road edges up alongside now. And these 2 are clear from Ordinaire. Stormin' Steven, and on their outside, a 3-wide Inside Straight's trying to close in as they come to the top of the stretch. And it's Sudden Surprise splashing home in front. Sudden Surprise passing the 8th pole with a 3-length lead. Fish Trap Road down the center of the track is 2nd, and then it's Inside Straight in 3rd, down to the last 16th. It is Sudden Surprise and John Velasquez in control over Fish Trap Road. Sudden Surprise under the wire, won it by 2.5. Fish Trap Road was 2nd. Ordinaire was 3rd, tight for 4th there. Maybe Stormin' Steven in a photo with Inside Straight.
Aptly named Sudden Surprise. They sprung the latch. He was like three in front, 3 clear in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, but no surprise that Todd Pletcher, Johnny Velasquez, and Mike Rapoli are in the winner's circle with a 2-year-old in Saratoga. And I love this. You know, Mike Rapoli has done so much in the game. He made a splash claiming horses. He made a splash buying horses at sales. And now he's making a splash breeding horses. And it's got to be more satisfying when you've actually been on the whole process, picking the mating, knowing the horse is born, seeing him grow up. That's very good stuff.
After running the Stallion, Giant Surprise, he broke his maiden at first asking 4 years ago at Saratoga, got hurt winning that race. They retired him. He covered a bunch of mares, including the More Than Ready mare, Ready and Good, and here's the result, Sudden Surprise. First ever 2-year-old starter for the Stallion, Giant Surprise, who stands for about 2K, and there you go with Sudden Surprise with the blue and orange. Let's move on to race number 4. It's the 12th running of the John Morrissey, the Thursday feature, and we'll send it back up to Larry.
It is Moonlight Song who goes out to take the early lead. Moonlight Song opens up to lead early here by 1.5 lengths over Read the Byline, and Smooth Bert on the outside is away in 3rd. Palace is up to 4th, and he's 4 lengths off the lead after that not so good of a start. Then Noble Cornerstone on the outside, and John's Island, last of them all, 22 flat, was the opening quarter mile as they move into the far turn. Moonlight Song is the leader. Moonlight Song 1.5 lengths to Read the Byline, who's running along in 2nd. And then it's Smooth Bert in 3rd. Palace has 6 lengths to make up on the far turn, and Noble Cornerstone tracks him. John's Island is last of them all, and pulling up here is Smooth Bert. Smooth Bert is pulled up out of the race, and they're coming to the top of the stretch of 45 1/2 mile. And as they turn for home, it is Moonlight Song in front. To the outside, Read the Byline. Palace trying to get into the race with Noble Cornerstone, but as they come past the 8th pole, it's slop-loving Moonlight Song in front. Palace has moved into 2nd. Noble Cornerstone is next. John's Island on the far outside, and Read the Byline. It's going to be Moonlight Song to win the John Morrissey. A late move from John's Island.
Talk
for
about
second.
going about your business on the main track. The speedy 8-year-old gelding, Moonlight Song, and boy, does he love it wet, Mig.
He really does. He loves it wet. He loves it when he can make the lead as easily as he did here, and he was well prepared by Charlton Baker to come off this layoff since October, come out firing. Was a little bit lucky that maybe Palace was compromised the break. He's going to step on himself, and he takes his quarter off and stumbles pretty badly, and you're going to see in really, really jammed himself up. Cornelio Velasquez did a great job just to be able to stay on. And Palace actually looked like he was going to try to win the thing, turning for home. A little too much to overcome, and he tired late to be third. But you got to give Palace a lot of credit just for getting back in the race.
Silver lining is he showed up with a good effort, because there were some questions whether this might be the Palace of old.
Yeah.
The same went for Moonlight Song, who had Jose Ortiz aboard. It's been a good meet so far, and he was alongside the MiG after today's Morrissey.
Jose, you got the lead pretty easily. Did you expect to be in front that easy?
Yeah, I expected, if you look at the paper, Ostrolenka's crash and the other horse crash, so we plan to go to the lead, and it worked out great.
He really handled the footing, though. It looked like he was running over the top of the ground.
Yeah, he's 7 for 6 in the slop now, so when it rained, it was good for us.
You're off to a great start. You're having a terrific meet. Tough luck the first Saturday with Magnolite getting taken down. How do you put that behind you and just go on and do the job that you're doing, because you're riding terrific?
Those kind of things gonna happen, you just have to keep going forward, you can look back.
Now, 2 days in a row, you won the New York Bred Stake, La Verdad, and this one, you kind of got the New York Bred races covered.
Yeah, I got pretty good, nice horses, New York Bred, so hopefully they keep showing up and doing this tremendous job they're doing.
Well, you keep showing up doing the tremendous job you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
6 cards down, 8 wins for Jose Ortiz, who wrapped up day 6 with a riding double.
Yeah, he is riding terrific. I was vocal, and I'll stick to it. I think he made a mistake riding Magnolite, got after him too aggressively with the stick, but he's young, and he's going to learn, and that's what I like about him. He does learn from his mistakes, and he's a good rider.
That classic horsemanship off the layoff with Charlton Baker, 8-year-old, bringing Moonlight Song back off the wet track. He might have been doing a rain dance at about 10:30 a.m. this morning. What about the 7-figure Malibu Moon fillies? They clashed, 2 turns, 9 furlongs, good group of 3 and up. Filly Mare Maidens coming up after the break. So many great ways to spend a day at Saratoga Racecourse. Today, all about Taste of New York. Down in the grandstand, the Saratoga Pavilion, drinks, food specials, artisan, crafts, you name it. We had it down in the Saratoga Pavilion. Tip back a shot and enjoy life at Saratoga Racecourse.
And you know what? It's great that we have that and people are having fun at it, but you don't even need that little shot to have a good time here. There's just something for everybody.
Indeed there is. Let's move on. Race number 8, Jason the MiG. Thank you for staying with us on Saratoga Insider. Race number 8, decent group, 3 and up Filly Mare Maidens over the slop. Here's Larry.
And then it's Killer Bird who's up close to the pace as they make their way into the turn. It will be Il Molino to go out there and lead them early. Miss Hollywood on the outside, Regia Marina and Killer Bird right behind. Then it's Say Sin Sin who runs along in 5th to the outside of Fast Retailing. Arana's next, and A Few Good Friends is the early trailer. On to the backstretch. Il Molino in front at 23 and 3 opening quarter mile. A fast opening fraction here. Miss Hollywood is running in second as they head up the backstretch and putting the pressure on Il Molino on the lead. Regia Marina tracks them in third. Killer Bird fourth by another 5. Then Fast Retailing and Say Sin Sin. A Few Good Friends. Arana's last and 9 lengths off the lead as they continue through a 47 and 4.5 mile. Il Molino by a neck. Miss Hollywood on the outside is second. Regia Marina stalks them. A length and a half off the lead, and then Killer Bird. Fast Retailing's getting closer with a rail run into the turn. Then A Few Good Friends, followed by Arana. Now Say Sin Sin is last, and Miss Hollywood takes the lead. Miss Hollywood on the outside. Il Molino tries to stick with her, and Regia Marina gears it up on the far outside and sweeps up alongside of Miss Hollywood, and Fast Retailing's getting going too as they come to the top of the stretch. Regia Marina, Miss Hollywood, Fast Retailing on the far outside, and they're into the stretch. Regia Marina, here's Fast Retailing. Miss Hollywood back into third on the inside as they come by the 8th pole. It is Fast Retailing and Regia Marina, but Fast Retailing's in front. Fast Retailing and Eric Consell on their way to victory. Regia Marina was second, and then Miss Hollywood and A Few Good Friends.
I felt bad for Reggie and Marina at this point. She was surrounded by a pair of well-bred Malibu Moon fillies. They swarmed in. She wound up running second. Shug had everybody's number here with fast retailing.
Yeah, I don't think we have to have any benefits for Godolphin or Regia Marina by Medaglia d'Oro. She was in good company, but she's good company herself, and with that pedigree. Well-timed ride on fast retailing. Eric Cancel getting his first ever Saratoga win, and for Shug McGahee, kind of a nice way to have your coming out in Saratoga.
And it was all in the family regarding this one's mare, Miss Shop, who won the personal ensign here for the late, great H. Allen Jerkins. Maybe the stakes weren't as high in that maiden special weight, but fast retailing like the main track today at Saratoga Racecourse. What else happened? We did have a pick 6 carryover, and those people played. They want to win some money, so let's check out the remaining pieces of day number 6. 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10.
Right across the track with 1 furlong to run, and now it's Stolen Victory who's in front. Push Me, Pull You is taken second as front-running Harlan's Bell has retreated to third. Down to the line, the opener goes to Stolen Victory and Javier Castellano by 2.5 lengths. Push Me, Pull You was second, Harlan's Bell third, and then Weekend Score. And it is Island Saint and True Pleasure locked in battle. True Pleasure on the outside. Island Saint fights on from the inside. They pass the 8th pole well clear of the others. La Nina's third. Final furlong. Island Saint not giving in to True Pleasure, and Island Saint's in front. Island Saint pulling away late to beat True Pleasure here. Island Saint by 2 in the end. True Pleasure was second, and then came La Nina, and a photo between Creative Thought and Sensational's been left behind in third. They're into the stretch, and it's Jules and Rome. And Jules and Rome has taken charge here. Opening up by 2. Switching to the outside is La Inesperada, and the others are far behind. Jules and Rome passing the 16th pole. La Inesperada chasing her home, but Jules and Rome and Jose Ortiz have it won. La Inesperada was second. Arctic Ocean was third. Sensational was fourth. Here is Pop of Color. Pop of Color comes into the final furlong. Cool Comfort on the outside. Comet 62's closing in, and up the rail it's Awesome Quick, who's trying to come on. Rachel's Temper also with a rush, and from far behind Moondance Joy is coming. Rachel's Temper and Moondance Joy, these two, and Moondance Joy runs them all down. And then it was Rachel's Temper, Cool Comfort, and Awesome Quick. Is She Hot? Turns for home on the inside of Fresh Feline and Sabbatical, and these two go by. Sabbatical and Fresh Feline to the final furlong together. Fresh Feline and Sabbatical, and they pull away from the others. Sabbatical's on the outside. Fresh Feline's on the inside. They're locked in battle all the way down to the wire. Fresh Feline holding up Sabbatical. Fresh Feline beats Sabbatical on the wire. Then Lady of Gold and Is She Hot? Miles Shotgun Love about to be taken on from the inside by She's All Even. And now she's in front. And here's Winter Wish on the outside. And Shotgun Love has thrown in the towel. And Winter Wish has taken the lead. Luis Saez and Winter Wish pulling away from She's All Even and the rest. Winter Wish wins it by 4 in the end. She's All Even second. And it's close for third there.
Trainer George Weaver, a quiet meet downstate at Belmont Park, and just like that, 2 wins, a tough photo loss yesterday. I think the floodgates are about to open.
Well, we see this every year. He might have a quiet Belmont, but I think it's just that he's loading up the guns for Saratoga. He always has a good meet in Saratoga. He's based out of here, 6, almost 7 months out of the year. And I think he likes winning in Saratoga.
A couple of good price winners today, including fast retailing, the nail in the coffin regarding the pick 6, double carryover of $90,000 in a Friday's card. And here is race number 9. We had the disqualification, 2 iconic racing silks, Lazy F Ranch in the yellow, the Phipps Stable on the outside, and the black and cherry. And you could take us through, Mig, with Junior Alvarado and Johnny V.
Yeah, Junior Alvarado headed out and really herded out the eventual winner or horse placed for Sabbatical. You can see Junior straightened her up there. She was trying to drift, but you see how far they came out, and again hampered again a little bit late. I can understand people that are going to say, well, I saw this happen at Belmont and nothing happened. Now, I think this went over the line, and I think this was a justified disqualification. But that's the way it should be called every time. A horse has to maintain a straight path unless he's clear of another horse. Obviously he wasn't, and he's hurting this filly out. And there was some contact, and you're beating a half length. By the letter of the law, this should be a disqualification every time, and I just hope that we see this call consistently now.
All right, well said, Mig. Let's move on to the jockey standings. A final look at Fresh Feline and Sabbatical in race number 9. And although Johnny V once again had a hat trick Thursday afternoon, what's it feel like with Eric Consell getting his first ever Saratoga win?
It's huge, and just the fact that he hadn't won in the first 4 days, 5 days, now he's got his win. Now he can put it to bed and go on and ride without worrying about it. But Johnny Velasquez is riding like a man on a mission, and I know Johnny says, I don't think about leading rider. I think he's here making a statement.
Indeed, and it's like turn back the clock. Guy is still in the pinnacle of his career. Shug McGahee, in the meantime, the mighty Hall of Fame trainer, walking away with the double.
Yeah, and you knew it wouldn't be long before Shug hit the winner's circle. He's a winner, a Hall of Famer, and his horses look terrific. And those are the first 2 of many for Shug, but Todd Pletcher is on a torrid pace.
And 3 claims today. Didn't figure to be a ton of action with the wet track and the weather. 3 claims from races 2 all the way through race number 10 with Winter Wish. John Paracella taking that one off George Weaver. And speaking of winners, we've got a 3-year-old stake named for the mighty Curlin enshrined across the street in the Hall of Fame. We'll talk about it when we come back. High above the press box roof at historic Saratoga Racecourse, no finer crown jewel in all of North American racing than the old spa. We are running here through Monday, September 7th, Labor Day, and hope you'll come up and join us. And hopefully you'll be out all weekend long, including Monday, Mig, for the second giveaway of the meet.
Yeah, cooler bag, and that would come in handy when we get this hot, sticky weather. We could have it under the desk here, a couple of cold beverages, and just keeping things real, keeping it cool.
All right, keeping it cool. That's what we're doing right on the set. Well, we want to keep it cool as far as the bankroll on day number 7, second Friday, tomorrow afternoon. Let's talk about the 3-year-olds in race 4, the Curlin, beginning with Todd Pletcher, Stanford, off a victory in the Long Branch.
Yeah, Stanford, very resolute in victory. I thought he kind of hit the front, got to pulling up, and then reasserted himself a little, although I think some people are questioning how far he really wants to go. I think the 1 1/8 is well within his scope, and I'm looking forward to see how he runs to give us a little more clue about Japan in the Jim Dandy.
Good call. Tony Dutrow with Tecton is also coming out of a Monmouth race, beaten just ahead by Mr. Jordan in the Pegasus.
Yeah, and then Tecton, I think, when Mr. Jordan drifted out so badly through the last furlong, he was so far away from him, I don't think he really had that challenge that was going to embolden him. I think he's a horse that wants to see his company. 4th in the Dwyer last time out at Belmont. Smart Transition, who had done some nice things earlier in his career, including a maiden win out at Santa Anita. Well, and we saw today, John Sheriff's, he's already got 1 win in Saratoga. He had a second, was disqualified, but his horses are in form and they're running well. This horse was only beaten 6 lengths to Speightster. Speightster, to me, is one of the better 3-year-olds that's going to make his mark in the second half of the year. So I think that's also going to give us a barometer about Speightster and where he fits in this group of horses. All right, good call. We'll learn a bit more about Tommy Macho Saturday down at Mountaineer Park as well. Not to get ahead of ourselves, we'll cover that race on the National Racing Report. Let's move on, though. In the meantime, race number 9, a real preponderance of 9 furlong races this summer, as we have the 2-turn route coming up in Friday's 9th. Good to see Touch of Star Quality back to his best and back on his game in this fast win. Yeah, horse has had a lot of gaps in his races. Good to see him right back. Tells me that he's in pretty good form June to now. He's got a decent work tab, not fast but steady, and you know that he has a Touch of Star Quality when they win by as open lengths like this at Belmont Park. Hall of Fame trader Nick Zito and Jose Lascano have Catholic Cowboy, who has run well at Saratoga in the past and lost a tough one last time out. Boy, he did lose a tough one last time, but he signaled that he's back on form. He has pretty consistent buyer figures up there in the 90s, and I like when a horse has a win over the course. I like horses that win at Saratoga. They seem to repeat. On this opening Thursday of the meet, let's bounce down to the inner track in late March with Cousin Steven, who lost a close one to Turco Bravo in the Stymie. Yeah, this was a heartbreaking loss in the Stymie, and then he came back with a poor effort at Penn National in the Mountain View. My worry about him, though, is he seems best when he's either dictating the pace or he's stalking in the clear. He's got post one with other speed in the race, and I think if he makes the lead, he's going to have to work too hard for it. Just questions for me.
1 o'clock first post, 10 races. Andy and Maggie with who to look for in a card that, again, has that $90,000 pick six.
Thanks a lot, guys. Terrific card on Friday here at Saratoga. Got 2 good maiden races, one going long, one going short. The 7th race, they're going short. I have to think the 10 Tennessee is going to be the favorite in that race, and he's obviously dangerous, but I like a horse named Choir Director for trainer Nick Zito that made his debut in at Belmont Park and ran very, very well to be second. He broke slowly. He rushed up, made a big move on the turn, and he lost to a Michelle Nevin horse that ran a triple-digit buyer. Choir Director wasn't being that horse that day, but he still ran extremely well in defeat. I think he moves forward. He gets a little more distance. I think he's not only going to be very tough in this race, he could be a horse of the future. It's all about Choir Director for me in the 7th race as we head out to Maggie.
Well, the rain keeps creeping up on me here today, but hopefully we'll have sunny skies for the Friday card. As Andy took the short maiden race, I'm going to take the long maiden race. We're going 9 furlongs in here. I'm going to side with a Jimmy Jerkins trainee. That's number 7 in here. Securitiz, who I loved getting the extra distance last time out in that July 8th race. And he was following the horse who looked to be favored, who stopped dead in his path along the rail where he had to angle out and re-rally. So I think with a cleaner trip and outside post, Securitiz will make good on my thought that he is a route horse, as will go the 9 in tomorrow's 5th race. Best of luck with him. Paddock Insider signing out. Back to you guys.
Thank you for signing out, Maggie. We'll look forward to your picks tomorrow afternoon, your insights along with Andy in the pre-race prattles. Here's the field. 8 3-year-olds, 7 in fact, will challenge the Triple Crown champion, American Pharaoh, race 12 of 14 Sunday down at Monmouth Park.
It's just hard to see how this horse is going to get beat. He has speed, but he doesn't need the lead. If Competitive Edge runs, he's probably the speed of the affair, but he's inside of American Pharaoh. He'll just get the perfect stalking trip. Upstart chose to go there. I know he's been training here. I would have liked to have seen him up here, maybe as a prep for the Travers, but it is $1,750,000. Second and third money's pretty good as well, but I don't know. Would have liked to see him here. He is a New York bred.
Over 60,000. Figure to be in attendance Sunday at Monmouth Park, and I can't wait, even though that race is down on the Jersey Shore and we are way upstate, when they pump in the Haskell feed, say 20 minutes to post, and watching the Haskell, the Triple Crown winner in Saratoga Springs with the great fans at the spot is going to be a great weekend. We'll talk about Friday's card, including that double pick six carryover on the Friday edition of Saratoga Insider.